Welcome to the Two Peanuts in a Podcast. Me, Red Peanut Butter, with my co-host, Blue Peanut Butter. Hey, how you doing? Are you trying to be are you trying to sound Italian? Because, my last video actually got dislike mobbed for, my offensive Italian accent, apparently, I mean, it makes no sense how it can be offensive, Some of my best friends are Italian. So, I am just not racist, Like, I can't be racist. I know an Italian person. Yeah? I mean, it's the fucking woke liberals who are trying to take you down, Red Peanut Butter. I mean, these fucking pricks, they have no problems in their own life, so they just make up problems. Oh, he said a bad word. Oh, Kanye said some shit about Jews. Yeah? Kanye didn't do anything. He's just speaking his mind. And he made Graduation. Did you make Graduation? I mean, come on. Graduation is a great album. And he's just speaking his mind, yeah? He's speaking his mind. These liberals pissing me off. Okay, Peanut Butter. Okay, Blue PB. Let's get back on track. Today's episode is all about death. Why is it about death? Well, I just heard of the Queen Elizabeth's passing, and it shook me to my very core. She was like a grandmother who, was the figurehead of colonialism, But that's besides the fact. Wait, how the fuck did you just hear about Queen Elizabeth's death? Well, Bloom Peanut Butter, I'm not terminally online like you fucking psychopath. Well, fair enough. Okay, what do you think the best way to go out? Go out of this world. Gotta be suicide. Got to be suicide. I mean, come on. Going out on your own terms? Like, come on. No, I actually think it's, I think it might be, I think it's sacrificing yourself. That is suicide, dumbass. Fucking idiot. You're killing yourself to save someone else. It's fucking suicide, yeah? Yeah, well, if that's suicide, then I guess, suicide is the best option to go out. So, what do you think the best way to kill yourself is? As I said, probably sacrificing yourself for, like, a whole nation of people to live. Yeah. Or, like, getting killed by the Nazis. Or actually dying in a war wouldn't be too bad. Well, it's suicide because you fucking signed up for the war, dickhead. Makes sense. Yeah, so suicide is the best sort of death, but what would be the best death? I think serving your country or autoerotic asphyxiation. Blue Peanut Butter? What the fuck is autoerotic asphyxiation? Well, Red Peanut Butter, it's when, you got your rope. It doesn't have to be a noose, but, it's beneficial. You know what? I don't like nooses. They're too cliche, They're too cliche. Wait, it's a classic for a reason, It gets the job done. Anyway, autoerotic asphyxiation is when you get a noose around your neck, bang, and then you tug one out while you're going out. A little bit of come and die. Come die with me, if you will. We do have fun here. We do have fun. Blue Peanut Butter, that may be the dumbest shit I've ever heard. You are talking so much waffle. It just doesn't even make sense. Why would you want to go out jacking off? Someone's going to find you and your dick's going to be out. I mean, it makes no sense. It makes zero sense. Zero. None. None at all. 0 cents. You imbecile. You're an imbecile. So anyway, best death, my opinion. You know, you got to be saving someone. Got to be saving someone from their death. You know, maybe like your wife or something. You know, or maybe you're like sacrificing yourself, so like 10 million people can live, or some shit. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty nifty if I do say so myself. You know, I reckon I could save a bunch of people if like I died. Okay, let's put this to the test. Let's say you, Red Peanut Butter, are at your school and someone pulls out an AK-47. What are you doing? You know, me personally, gotta say, I'm like going through. Okay, is it where is this? Is it like an assembly or like where is it? Okay, let's just say it's at an assembly. So if it's at an assembly, what I'm doing is I'm like crouching, like Metal Gear Solid type, and I'm just sort of like, you know, Metal Gear Solid like through the chairs, like right to his feet. It's like everyone else is like ducked underground. I'm like military sort of crawling to like his feet area, and then I just like jump up and just tackle him. You know, just like hit his hand so it like gets off the trigger, and I feel like that's pretty sick. You know, like. Not to brag, but you know, I'm pretty good in, you know, emergency situations. So I reckon if there was a school shooting in an assembly, I would have that shit covered. Too easy. Okay, what about a classroom? What if he's just like going up to each classroom one by one, you know, one by one classroom, you know, and if you run out, you're gonna die because there's a gun pointed at the door. Okay, you're trying to stump me, but I fucking thought of this one as well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like hide like behind the door. So he like, you know, jumps out like with his gun or whatever. He's like shooting everywhere, and I just like tackle him, you know. And okay, let's say the worst happens, and he like pops me in the head. You know, my limp dead body is still falling on him and tackling him. I mean, like, worst case scenario, like a few classmates die and I die. That's like worst case. Best case, I just fucking lampoon the man before he like does anything, you know, before he does shit. You know, I've always thought, like, how many people you reckon you'd take to like wipe out an entire like high school? I think with like 13 AKs, like 5 grenade launchers, and like 12 people, or like 13 people, you could like easily take over a whole school and just kill everyone. I mean, like, do you reckon school shooters are trying to get everyone, or they're like trying to get, you know, specific people? Because like, if I was a school shooter, like, what's his name in like year 3? What has Jared in year 3 done? I want to kill the fucking cunts who bullied the shit out of me, or like whatever, made my life shitty. That's what I want to kill. Or I want to kill like a up and coming star athlete, because then that is going in the paper, you know. It's like a notable death, and everyone will say like, oh, he could have gone to play professional soccer or whatever, but like, you just kill him, and his dream like stays alive, and like his legacy stays alive as like this sick soccer player who's gonna be the next Pele or whatever. And then, oh, some mad guy killed you, and you get to be the mad guy. So like, you like get credit, and like his legacy doesn't die. So like, that's who I'd kill in a school shooting, you know. Like, I wouldn't kill like, you know, the people who haven't fucked with me, because like realistically, if you kill more than like 5 people, then you sort of fucked up, you know. You just kill them for the sake of killing, you know. It just does not make any sense. And like 12 people is like enough to have like 2 AKs at like each entrance. Because let's say there's like, I don't know, like 5 entrances, yeah, or actually might not work if they're like long gates and people can jump them. So maybe you need more than 12 people, because like, you know, maybe like Blue Peanut Butter, are you planning a school shooting right now on my podcast? Well, you fucking brought it up. No, you brought it up. You brought it up. You are a fucking psychopath. You realise that? Do you realise you're actually going to get someone killed one day? And it's like not going to be funny. And like you're just going to shoot someone and they're going to point to this podcast as the evidence that you're fucking clinically insane. And fucking people will die because of you, man. Bro. These are the warning signs you should be looking out for if someone's going to like kill themselves or kill other people. Because they'll just fucking start talk shit, man. I mean, okay, let's get back to the most noble death. So, you know, saving people, of course. But like, I shut up, Blue Pen. Actually, I've got a good idea. You know what? Best death. Live on TV, everyone can see it. What if, for instance, I like Sky, it's like, you know the Red Bull skydiver, where he just like, everyone's watching him, and like, so say like the World Cup final, before the World Cup final, I just like jump from the roof of the stadium, because that's getting news headlines, isn't it? That's getting major news headlines, like, crazed fan jumps from roof. Or maybe, if I like commit suicide, like after a sporting event, like, let's say, I don't know, let's say that, like, Messi wins a World Cup, and he's, like, cemented as the GOAT, and it's like, that's all I've ever wanted to see in life. I would not be surprised that, like, after a big World Cup win, people just start killing themselves, because, like, that, realistically, is the best you're ever gonna feel. Like, let's say I want Argentina to win. If Argentina win and Messi is crowned as the GOAT, then I'm just gonna kill myself. Like, it just doesn't get better from there. Wife, kids, blah, 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 blah. People complain about that shit. People don't complain. Like, that is like the height of humanity, And, we should be realistically, you should kill yourself after, your peak, And I reckon that's some people's peak. So, if Australia just like won the World Cup, I would genuinely kill myself. Like, just put a bullet in my head, and then like I'm just dead, And like not even like in a sad way, in like, oh, he killed himself, so sad. I'll be fucking writing shit like, oh, go Socceroos and shit on my thing, because that's like genuinely my peak. And like in my suicide note, I'll just write, hey, wasn't on anyone specifically, just had a pretty shitty life, but I decided to kill myself on the best day of my life, when Australia win the World Cup, and then like, just like, that shit just like, it's just good, your last moments of you feeling the best you've ever felt. How can you top that? Unless you're killing yourself while getting some sloppy toppy, bro. Imagine. Just imagine, bro. You're getting sloppy toppy, and then you just put a bullety in your heady, It's just simple, bro. Good moment of your life. See you later. See ya, You don't have to work for the rest of your life. You don't have to do anything. You're just like chilling in a grave. I mean, just chilling in a grave. So, Blue Peanut Butter, you're starting to sound a lot like Kanye West, to be honest. You are the most unhinged individual since... I actually don't even know who since, you know. You might just be the most crazed individual. Just full stop, you know. Bro, Jeffrey Dahmer is probably more respectable than you and your comments today. Like, to be honest, you just are a shit person, and there's, like, nothing that can change that. Like, we're out in beautiful nature, and you're just talking shit about, like, killing yourself while getting sloppy toppy. Like, that is the dumbest shit I think I've ever heard, you know? That is just the dumbest shit ever. And I hope you realise that. That, you know, people thought that Albert Einstein was crazy, you know? And, like, I'm just the next, you know, Socrates and Plato and all them. You know, well, not Nietzsche, because he's a bit of a shit cunt, and, like, emos just take his fucking shit. And, like, you know, well, I'm the next, like, Picasso, you know? I'm, like, the next great philosopher. And, like, you should shut the fuck up, because you're talking to a like, people gonna know, like, hear my ideas. Like, you know how many people are, like, woke people now? Like, maybe in, like, 30 years, I reckon, they're gonna be listening to this podcast, like, this was the start of it. This was the start of Blue Peanut Butter's, you know, rampage to victory. And, like, I don't need shit from you, because you're just a fucking shitty fucking host on your shitty little podcast. You know, I'm out here bawling my ass off, you know, thinking about shit, you know. I'm just the next great philosophizer, man. I mean, I don't get how you can't, like, dispute that. I mean, like, I'm just smart. And, like, you know, in ancient Greece, they used to say, like, the smaller the penis, the smarter the guy. I have a fucking micro penis, you know? And not many people would brag about that. But, like, because I've got such a small dick, you know, it's just, like, I don't know how to explain it, but, like, it's special, you know? Like, you got your standard deviation. I'm on, like, the outer edge of that shit, you know? I'm on, like, the outer edge. Like, bro, I'm not even in the Matrix. Like, what you think is a micro penis, I think is a normal penis. But my penis is actual, like, micro penis, you know? So, like, I've, like, suffered enough in this world. And my, you know, thoughts about suicide can, like, you know, if you look at my life, like, my tiny dick, and, like, well, yeah, basically just my tiny dick, like, and how I just want to, like, off myself. Because, like, if you think about it, if you, like, really think about it, then, like, you know, I mean, like, if you think about it, you're just a shitty podcast host, and I'm just, like, the greatest person of all time. So I don't want to compare myself to you, really, because you're like an idiot, you know? You're just like an idiot. Did you, like, realise that? And you're just, like, on this shitty little I'm only taking this podcast to get, you know, my message out to your 27 subscribers. And those 27 people, they don't even fucking watch every one of your videos. Like, your last video was fucking dog shit, bro. Dog, doo-doo, fucking take a shower. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. You're fucking falling off. Dream Slander is your peak. Peak, my guy. Peak. And, you know, for any interested parties who, you know, like who I am, his address is actually, and, you know, his IP address is, and his Medicare card is, so, have fun with that one. Yeah, see you later, bitch. Thank you, Blue Peanut Butter, for appearing on another episode of Two Peanuts in a Podcast. Two Peanut Butters. I don't remember what I named this stupid show. I just want to fucking... I mean, this is just, like, sad at this point. Like, honestly, just, like... He just comes on here. And he just abuses me for, like, however long this takes. The last fucking episode was, like, 2 minutes long. He's the fucking master of me, man. Like, every day, I block out a good 30 or 40 minutes for this podcast. And it takes, like, 3. And I just want more from this guy. I mean, he's just a dickhead, you know, full stop. Just a dickhead. I mean, just a dickhead. Like, 100%. He's cocked in his mouth, you know, he's micro cock anyway. See you later, bitches. And subscribe, and like, we're gonna do a Patreon, so just give us money for like nothing, cause like that'll be really like cool, and we'll build a parasocial relationship with you guys, and like you guys like get fulfillment from us just like talking to you, and then you like give us money for that fulfillment. And like, I think it's really funny how like, you know, we don't even fucking know you. You're just a number on the screen, but like you guys like care so much. That's just fucking hilarious. Anyway, see you later. Off another successful recording of the Two Peanut Butters in a Podcast. You know. And it's weird it's a podcast because it's not on like Spotify or like Apple Podcasts or whatever. It's just on YouTube. And like, I swear no other podcast like does that. They're like actually on podcast sites. So yeah, you know, I'm just built different like that. See you later.